Hi Aquarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2012, and every year at this time the Sun comes into a more entertainment orientated area. That's the gist of it really, but it's also an area to do with children or younger people and doing the kinds of things that you enjoy. I call it the house of fun, so possibly, you know, even though it's not going to be switched on with the volume turned up full all the time, you're going to have more contact with people in a more relaxing or playful or fun orientated, in a more leisurely kind of a way. And as I say, there could be more attention given or contact with children, animals, and romance. That's another thing. So bringing out that part of you which is your inner child, bringing out that part of you which feels more valued. There's a huge emphasis on this area actually, not just this month, but over July and August, and in fact through Jupiter over the rest of the year and into next year. But just at the moment there's much more in that area. And that's the Sun, that's Venus, Jupiter, there's Mercury, and there's going to be a lunar eclipse in that area as well. So luckily things to make you smile won't be far away, I don't think, but it's also this more spontaneous feeling, this less self-conscious feeling. It could also not be like that at all. It could be working in another way. It could be that you're feeling more competitive, you want to shine your light in the best way possible. It could be that your creative juices are flowing and you're in an enterprising mood, maybe in a mood to take a bit of a gamble, take a bit of a risk, or a crazy risk even, with this vibration dominating the scene all month. So watch your step, Aquarius. Also, there is a tendency to want to burn the candle at both ends as well, which is okay over short bursts, but perhaps not over a long period of time. So Venus here can compute as more romance in your life, or more chances to party, or to feel like you're being valued more, that you're a bit center stage, whether you want to have all eyes on you or not, you might do. And there's more laughs and friendly sharing along the way, and you can have some fun. And Venus is going to be in that area, as I say, until August 2012. Jupiter also enters this house of your solar chart on the 12th and will be there for 12 months to come from there. And again, it's lighting up this more entertaining, spontaneous, romantic time for you, and bringing in huge potential for expansion through those sorts of areas, or through a creative project, or through some sort of entrepreneurial kind of thing, or promotional kind of thing. And as I said as well, there's a lunar eclipse which is happening on the 4th, and that will trigger fresh starts in that area, or those areas, over the subsequent months. So the eclipse happens on the 4th of June, and around about 4, 5, 6 weeks thereafter, there's going to be this feeling of fresh starts, new beginnings related to that area, children perhaps, animals, and so on. Mercury is also in this more entertaining area of your solar chart until the 7th, so it could be that you are conversing or corresponding more with children, young people, or you're thinking more creatively about something, you're being more playful in your thinking, you're getting more chance to socialize in a relaxed, spontaneous kind of a way, perhaps following a leisure pursuit, socializing around a leisure pursuit. And of course there is still that element of romance coming in there as well, and admiring glances exchanged between you and somebody else. Then from the 7th to the 26th, of course you don't have to have it all at the same time, you know, you'll have to pace yourself. And then from the 7th to the 26th, your mind will be more focused upon practical matters, the to-do list, right? Check this, check that, check the other, niggly details maybe, maintenance, repairs, getting things organized, getting things under control, dealing with the mechanical details of daily life, but also perhaps for some of you looking at health matters there, and socializing or corresponding and discussing is centered around health matters, or the job, the job at hand, or employment. And then from the 26th, communications, personal, professional, in close relationships, is going to be very much emphasized, and there will be this mental rapport probably going on with somebody, and you're very interested in somebody else's slant on things, and you will maybe learning stuff you didn't know before, but also you yourself could be seen as the explainer, the guide, the advisor, the teacher at this time. Now, this is the last month that Mars will be intensifying your inner experience and sensitizing your feelings. Mars has been in that area since last November, and I've been on something of a sort of inner learning curve, I would say, especially when Mars was aspecting and will continue to aspect an important point in your natal charts. There will probably have been a lot of processing going on within you as you've been shifting gears. This position of Mars is in an area to do with transformation and evolving from one level of awareness and understanding and consciousness to another. So a shifting of gears going on inwardly, but also outwardly, because oftentimes things that are going on within us are echoed around us as well. And what's going on around us is causing things to go on within us, so it's kind of a two-way street. Finances and property matters, contracts, agreements could have been more in your awareness, but also a bone of contention at times. You and someone have a joint share in whatever it is, and as long as both sides are cool and clear about expectations and what the priorities are, and willing to come to a compromise, then everything's fine. But sometimes there may have been crossed swords, sometimes there may have been not that even so overt. It might have been that you've had to keep a lid on it and you've just been holding it inside, which can be rather draining. So it's best to kind of offload that somewhere, in whatever way, in a confidential kind of a way, or just by yourself with writing, and so as not to invite stress-related problems with your health. Also, it could have been time, and still is time, to throw your energies into a joint project of some kind, a venture which relies on someone else's endorsement or their contribution, whatever that contribution is, whether it's financial, property, knowledge, space, or anything else that you've got to depend on related to somebody else, whether you like it or not. And you'll probably have to feel your way, sense your way forwards, rather than kind of think your way through it all with a cold, hard logic, which you're very good at, Aquarius. And your intuition will be working well and will light the path before you. Another way this can work is that certain relationships could have become more intense or deep, and can, in fact, and really very leading to your inner evolution, leading to you maturing in some way. Maybe it's been that you've taken a break in a relationship. That's another way it can work. So however it is for you, a gear change situation has been happening, but it's got this last month to run, and then it comes out of there in July, and you won't be the same. You won't be the same person that you were when you went into the transit last November, having let go of maybe an old standpoint or set of values even, and a new birth coming up now, new shoots coming up now within you. From the 21st, the material, physical aspects of your life on Earth are going to be highlighted, and you will be cooperating or liaising in more practical, service-orientated ways, but still with the house of fun lit up, the playfulness there and brimming, and you like to be feeling quite upbeat and brimming with creative ideas. And that's it for June. Now, if you go to my website, if you're not there already, you can read what's happening with the slower moving outer planets, because it's important to set what I just said against the backdrop of what they're doing. Also, you might like to find your rising sign and your moon sign, if you know them. Listen to the forecast for those. Then that, bringing all that together will give you the gist of what may be coming up in the month ahead. And I'll see you the next time.